This episode of the Nerd Corporation podcast may contain spoilers and explicit language. Listener discretion is advised.
Hi, this is Manu Bennett, Deathstroke the Terminator, and you're listening to Nerd Corp Podcast.
Welcome to the Nerd Corporation.
What up, everybody? If you're listening to us, you know what day it is today.
It's time to dust off your cowboy hats.
Oh, okay. No.
The fact that every minute that I'm here is minutes not spent playing Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, yeah.
No. You guys, it's Pie Hero Appreciation Day!
Oh! She's not going to say anything, but she's in the studio right now.
Here.
We're,
She's here. Oh!
She said it! She said oh! The word of the day!
What episode are we on? 12? Is this 12? I didn't even have a name for this. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 12, Red Dead Redemption, and all... No.
Just say I don't even have a name for this. Just call it that.
Yeah, it's 12.
Red Dead Requiem.
Redemption, a dish
Cowboy
best
shit.
served cold. I don't know. That's revenge.
Red Dead.
Welcome to Season 2, Episode 12, Redemption, the Red Dead kind.
I like it. Rolls off
I
the
was gonna
tongue
say
perfectly.
Wild Wild West or something.
Have Will Smith playing in the front.
No, God.
Wild West.
So today we're going to be talking about Red Dead Redemption 2 in all of its fucking glory. 3 out of 4 of us have played the game. Derek hasn't been able to play the game. He's a super busy guy and all that. So,
Also a super poor guy.
super poor guy. Let's get on with some nerd news. First and foremost, we would love to thank you for being with us. I was looking at the stats for the podcast, and since the Nerd Corporation has started, we have had 600 downloads, views, plays, and all of that sweet stuff. We thank you. We're hoping that you continue with us and that we will continue to fulfill all of your nerdy needs.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
All of them.
All the needs that are nerdy.
You have to make it dirty. Always, every time.
Nerdy needs done dirt cheap.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Nerdy needs done dirt cheap.
Dirty deeds. And they're done dirt cheap.
Wrestling news. Nick and I saw Crown Jewel, and boy,
Was it a letdown?
yeah, it was not fun. I mean, the DX and the Brothers of Destruction thing. The longer that match went, the slower it
See,
got.
and I knew that was going to be fucking garbage. I wanted to be excited about it, but I knew that it was just going to be hot garbage.
And you know what? It wouldn't have been as bad had Triple H not torn his pec muscle.
Oh, he fucked himself up
2 minutes into the...
Oh, man.
not in the script. It was legitimately you
like,
could see him. He was favoring his arm like the rest.
Yeah,
of the
dude.
match.
And if you look at it, you see that his boob was detached from his chest, and it was just
God, dude.
it was nuts. So he was like this. He wasn't punching. He was doing chops, and he was
Yeah.
it was so bad. So I think because Triple H, out of all 4 of them, is the one that has the most energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's the one that's
yeah.
probably got the more stamina, I guess, and cardio and shit like that. So having him out of the game was nuts.
Having the game out of the game.
It was one point where Shawn Michaels went up to do one of his elbows, but I swear to God, Kane could have reached over and grabbed the bottom turnbuckle from his back. He was just dropped on him.
The best part of the match, though, for me, I loved everything up until halfway through the match, because they had the DX theme music, they had the lights, the people in Saudi Arabia had the
glow sticks,
and everything, and it was just this is everything that I used to love, you know. And my all-time favorite part was when when the brothers were out onto the side of the ring, and Shawn Michaels climbed up to the top and just looked at the camera and just went, well, and then he just did a backflip off the turnbuckle and hit both of them.
Yeah, dude, you could see it's he's jumping on the thing, and his face is just like full of fear, and then he's just looking, and he's at the top, and he sees both Kane and Undertaker behind him, and he's just like, fuck it, and just does a moonsault. Doesn't even land it, dude. Like, his knee hits Kane in the back of the head, and that's about it. Like, that's about as much as they got out of that moonsault.
Triple H did attempt a pedigree at the end of the match, but
Like a one-armed pedigree.
he totally botched it, but that's not because he's, you know, it was because of what happened to him, but he still pulled it off. Like, he still...
Yeah, Nick, I remember you saying that you were like, oh, I don't even know how he's going to pull off a pedigree.
Yeah.
And he was just, and he grabs him, and he just kind of like lets his feet slip out from under him.
Oh, okay.
And drops.
So he just like pushed down. He didn't jump
instead of
up.
Pulling them up and kind of jumping, he just kind of
drops them.
Okay.
Yeah.
In other wrestling news, Roman Reigns had to vacate the WWE Universal Championship due to returning leukemia. So, thoughts and prayers and all that good stuff go out to him.
We can all say it all, fuck cancer.
Yeah,
fuck cancer.
Seriously.
And kind of I wanted to just bring it back to that Roman Reigns tribute that we saw during Evolution between Nia Jax and Tamina.
That was cool.
That was really cool.
So on the subject of bad news, we also have Selma Blair, who has confirmed that she has been diagnosed with MS.
Sad day.
So again, thoughts and prayers. Hope things work out. And
also, I just remembered this on the same subject of bad news. The person that Mario was named after passed away.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's a real hit to our industry too.
Sad days.
Yeah, that sucks. I'm sure he was well compensated. It sounds like natural causes, though. I didn't read the article.
I think so, yeah.
3 kind of quick fire things before I get on to my main nerd news thing. Nick, I was hoping that you could cooperate with me on this one. Ash, new Overwatch character.
Oh.
What do you think? I'm not even in Overwatch, so I
saw the reveal trailer for her where it showed her gameplay.
Yeah.
Her rifle has a sight on it.
Okay.
So, like with every other character, you don't really aim that much because you just have your crosshair.
Yeah.
But she has like a sight that she can aim down.
Okay.
And then she has a shotgun in her other hand that she can like blast herself into the air with, kind of like Junkrat can, Eddie, with his mine. And then I didn't see what her ult is, but in the trailer I saw there were Reinhardt and Orisa were positioned. It was on what's the map with the Route 66, and they were positioned with their shields, and she threw a stick of dynamite behind them, and it exploded and killed them.
Oh, nice.
Like, I play the damage characters, and I'm hoping that's what she is, cause, and then, along with that, they released at BlizzCon the new McCree short, which has the backstory between those two, and that just got me even more hyped.
Yeah, people really love those things.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that trailer, the gameplay reveal trailer. I think her ult is that big robot guy, Bob.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay.
She'll summon him, and he's like this extra firepower for her.
Which I love him because he's a robot, but he's got like the derby hat and like the mustache on his face.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Keeping it in Blizzard's ecosphere, what did you think of Diablo Immortal?
I don't think it's a very sound move because like mobile gaming is, I want to say it's like a very niche marketplace. Like you get, and they're just fucking riddled with microtransactions. Like load up like I play a lot of Clash Royale on my phone and like Hearthstone, and you just open that up and it's right away it's like there's a sale going on. And I'm just like, no, I just want to
get
play the
500
game.
gold bars for 99 cents and it's like I want to die.
Yeah.
I'd rather not.
And it was met with the biggest backlash, but like understandable at the same time because of that reason. I just think that right now mobile games are not,
they're still in that infancy stage, I think.
they're not anywhere like to where
Video
apparently
games.
Blizzard thinks they
So,
are.
So speaking of transactions, who all is going to go buy the Devil May Cry $8,600 bundle?
Where's my wallet, bro?
Yeah, I'm on it.
Just go rob a stagecoach.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna get the edition that comes with the Mega Man Buster because you already know, bro. You already know, bro.
For those of you that
I'll
are
stick a Mega Man
unfamiliar,
blaster on my ass, bro. I don't give a fuck.
for those of you that are unfamiliar,
stimulation,
Cole is
dog.
a huge Mega Man fan.
Cole is a very
You
big.
can't tell already. No, that Diablo game, the way that they handled it is the funniest shit ever. So basically, there were people. The thing that doesn't make sense to me is that these are hardcore, dedicated PC players. You know, these are the snobbiest of the snob. You know, so when they've paid to come in to BlizzCon to watch you announce shit, and you know, like wasn't like 2 or 3 weeks ago they like sent out a statement like, hey, let's temper expectations. We're not announcing Diablo 4. You know, like let's chill out, which is understandable.
Not only just to jump in for a sec, but there's a BlizzCon virtual ticket that people can buy where they get a bunch of like cool bonuses for like Overwatch and stuff, but it's literally just, hey, you get to watch all these videos for the price that you paid. And I'm just like, oh.
I was just kind of watching like the after scenes of it, you know, and one guy literally went up and was like, "Hey, is this a joke? Like, can you tell us?
It's not April. Like,
Yeah,
what's going on?
yeah, exactly. That's what he said. He's like, "Is this an out of season April Fool's joke or what? What's up with it? Like, people are not fucking happy about this shit." And the one guy, he was like, "No, it's a full-fledged game." And then everyone started booing. And then the one guy on stage was like, "Don't y'all have phones?" And I'm like, "Oh, you just killed everything in the room. Like, what little you had, you just killed everything."
Kiss that shit.
So, I guess, you know how I was telling all of you guys the other day that that Blizzard gifted me, what was it?
Destiny 2.
Oh yeah, Destiny 2. Apparently, our resident Pie Hero was also given said game.
Everybody got it.
Apparently, everybody did.
Yeah.
But
So you're not special.
I know. Trust me, I know.
Yeah, fuck you, Derek.
My mom tells me every day I ain't special.
It's just a little reminder to let you know you ain't shit.
But yeah, I mean, so, and obviously though, they're not giving the extra shit. It's just the core game.
Yeah.
And you know, because I guess they're expecting everybody to go, "Man, that was so fun. I better buy that extra shit."
Yeah.
And I don't
It
think it's
works
gonna.
sometimes. But
I don't think it's gonna work out. I don't think it's gonna work out.
It won't.
Joke's on you.
Yeah. That's what Cass
Well,
said.
they've got a free trial of I think it's called Gambit. They did it when the last DLC Forsaken came out.
Yeah.
Which, spoiler alert, it's where they
I mean,
essentially
spoil
they
it all you want.
yeah.
I ain't buying it.
Essentially, they kill off Cade 6
Oh.
at the
I
very
already-
end of the game.
I mean,
and
it's hard
I
to
know
have
that,
like an emotional attachment to that character when all of your advertisings is all about like it's the same thing that they're
Yeah.
doing with Andrew Lincoln and the Walking Dead.
Yeah.
It's like I don't give a shit that you're telling me that this character's gonna die because you told me he's gonna die. Like,
Yeah,
why am I?
yeah.
I was emotionally prepared for that back when you told me that it was gonna happen.
Well, yeah, like if you read
But
the
it's
book.
Nathan Fillion.
Yeah.
Like, because I downloaded the game, started playing it, and then just as soon as he spoke, I was like, "Oh my god!"
yeah.
Nerdgasm
Yeah,
just
exactly.
right off the bat.
Exactly.
He was in all those characters. Well, not all of them, but like he was in the first one, I believe.
Oh yeah.
And there were some that are in Destiny 2 that weren't in the first one, but yeah, I think he was in the first one, but the first one just was repetitive, and I think they really like came back and fixed everything with the second one. Like I have it on PC because I got it through my Humble Bundle for like $12.
Yeah.
And then I have it on PS4 because I play with some people on there, but yeah, I really like it. I just don't have all the expansions for it yet.
Yeah.
Speaking of nerdgasms, Ken Masters. in
Smash Bros.
I'm so excited, man. I'm so excited for this game. God damn it. And you know, like I always kind of knew that he was coming, But I really hate that the other one is Incineroar. It's like, how many Pokemon do we need in this fucking game, man?
All of them.
I do like the idea that, and a lot of people are shitting on it, but they announced DLC for it, and it's like, it's $6 per character, 5 characters confirmed already, and I'm like, you're getting your Waluigi in there, like, so you can shut the fuck up. You can get your stupid ass, mayonnaise ass, bland character in that game.
Why was that such a thing?
It's a meme. It's purely 100%.
It's just a meme, and the thing is,
nobody gives a
he
fuck
hasn't
about
been
Waluigi,
he hasn't been in
dude.
any previous Smash Brothers, so it's like, why did somebody start this up now?
Mm-hmm.
It's 100% a meme, and people don't give a fuck about Waluigi, but man, the Smash community, like, I remember there was it wasn't this direct, but it was the last direct where there was a purple and a yellow chair behind Sakurai, and everyone's like, oh my god, those are Waluigi's character confirmed, blah blah blah, and I'm like, fuck, kill me.
Right?
Also, Toby Fox, the guy who made Undertale, just randomly sent out a tweet one day and said, hey, something cool tomorrow. The next day, totally just shadow drops his new game.
Ooh.
It's called Deltarune. Apparently, it's only on PC right now, so I'm like, I need to play this fucking game.
I still haven't played Undertale.
You need to. It's like, it's such a small time commitment, especially with your ass fucking dropping 20 hours into a beta for a broken ass fucking game.
Hey, it's broken because it's a fucking beta.
Yeah.
Do you not know what beta is?
Yeah, but
It's even in the name.
you're 10 days away from release and you're that broken, you got problems, dog.
Fucking, it even says it, like, what beta is for Fallout 76. Break early. Shut the fuck up, Cole.
Early impressions are not hot for that game.
Your goddamn negativity.
I don't need it. I just need the fucking negativity. I'm having a blast.
Took the wind out of my sails.
I want you to get into it because I want to hear what you actually say, because I've heard early impressions and they're not hot.
Dude,
they're not hot at all.
Dude, honestly, the glitches I've experienced are sliding enemies.
That's what I saw when I first started playing.
Sliding enemies and players.
They were like, they had their arms outstretched.
Like
Are they T-posing?
They were just sliding around, and I was like, oh shit, dude, what's this electric football ass shit?
Yeah. Fucking. And then there's like a glitch when I enter one of the workbenches, which ain't shit.
Yeah.
And of course you're stress testing the game, so it's kicked me out a couple times.
Yeah. So my main reason on why I'm not hot on this game is, what the fuck am I doing in the game? Apparently there's like no NPCs, there's like hardly any story, so what am I doing?
What are you talking about? There's hardly any story. I've been doing story moves all...
So tell me what you're doing.
You're following the Overseer of Vault 76 as she explores the Appalachian wasteland.
Okay.
And so what you'll do is you'll find a holotape, play the holotape, and then she'll tell you what happens. When you get there, there's terminals and shit that allow you to do other side missions from that. Mm-hmm. And so, like, you can do a mission where you join this group called the Fire Breathers, which battles Scorch enemies, and you go down these, like, mines, and you kill all these Scorch ghoul enemy type things that, like, that aren't quite ghouls but aren't quite people. They shoot you. They like have guns and they shoot you, but they're like burnt and zombie like.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude, it's such a fucking cool game. And then there are other games where you have to collect samples for shit.
Yeah.
There's this one theme park area that I visited, and there's a nanny bot that's looking for her kid, and so you go off and find It's honestly an MMO with a smaller server size.
I'm not hearing a lot of story here.
Right? Yeah, no story at all.
None.
No.
I just there's usually like a driving narrative for these games, and I don't know.
Yeah,
And the main quest-
I bought the fucking game.
It definitely sounds like it's more MMO style, which I'm cool with that. I'm fine with
It's
that.
just not my. That's not my thing. Like, MMOs have never been my thing.
MMOs have never been my thing either.
Yeah.
But it's Fallout.
But it's Fallout. Yeah, no, it's the loyalty I have for Fallout.
I know.
Like, I mean, I have Fallout Shelter on my computer, on my phone, on my PlayStation.
I love that universe.
Yeah, and the main story is following the Overseer so far.
So what? what do you think? You being a big Bethesda person, what do you think is next for Fallout? Because at E3 they announced Starfield and Elder Scrolls, so I'm like, where the hell does that put Fallout?
Well, I mean,
because the next 10 years are going to be dedicated to those two games.
Well, I mean, and I think that's why they're such a smart move and that's why I think and that's why I think they made such a smart move with Fallout 76, was because you can throw content into that thing for years. You know what I mean? Because they have small events that show up daily where you can, do this little thing, and then you'll get your prizes and shit. So I mean, the possibilities for Fallout 76 at this moment are endless. And then play Elder Scrolls, play Starfield.
Well, and that'll be even easier than something like WoW, for example, where when WoW comes out with new content for the game, they're building whole new parts of the world. Like they're doing all sorts of different shit.
Yeah.
Whereas with that, I don't think they would even necessarily need to do that.
I'm skeptic.
So like that, I think that they could continue that and add things to it without a hell of a lot of oversight and like manpower.
I'm skeptic about getting it. Like I had the pre-order, but I realized that it was coming out like either 2 days before or after the new Pokemon game, and I was like,
I dropped way too much money because I had to buy both copies of Pokemon, and then I bought Fallout.
You just had to, huh?
No. Pokemon. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, yeah.
But what I was gonna say
Gotta
is
catch
that,
them all.
like,
Not all of
I'll
them.
wait like until I'll wait because by the time like you get it, I'll have Pokemon and I'll be playing that, and you'll be playing
Like,
76.
Yeah,
and,
like, bro, I'm gonna be there on the front lines of this fucking game. I just don't know how gung ho I am about it, like you.
That's what I was gonna. That's what I'm trying to say is like I don't because
I'm already a level 20. Like
you don't.
fucking Eddie, dude.
Can I finish?
Can I finish?
Yes, sir.
I lost my fucking. So like you don't hear much about like Elder Scrolls Online came out like what 3-4 years ago, and it's not like
Look at where that game's at.
People are like talking about it, and they're not doing anything new for it. They
And
put out one.
yeah.
They put out one big DLC for it so far.
And see, I'm a fan of Elder Scrolls too.
Well,
And
yeah,
I
no,
played-
it's a fun game, but it's like it's
And
not.
Yeah, no, and I
yeah.
played the shit out of Elder Scrolls Online as well.
Yeah.
Dwarfs to how much fun I'm having with
Really?
Fallout 76.
And like obviously it's your wheelhouse. I'm just wondering because I've been burned really hard on this thing.
Yeah.
Like not 76 per se, but like the whole we can give it more content, we can breathe more life into it because it ends up feeling shallow to me. Like that's my whole thing is like I played Elder Scrolls Online, I wanted to die.
Yeah,
like,
it's
this is
nothing
not
like-
Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, this is
I'm
nothing
like, this
like
sucks,
what Elder Scrolls
dude.
was.
Like,
dude.
we bought the. It was something to the effect of a founders pack or something for Elder Scrolls Online because we were pumped, and like you'll never find a bigger fan than my girlfriend of Skyrim. Then like she's so into that game, and I'm like, this is perfect, like, and this is at the time where I'm like kind of like trying to edge her into being more of a stay at home, play video games. You know what I mean? But, like I bought her that shit, and she's like, this sucks, and I'm like, wow, that's coming from her, which is a lot. So I don't understand kind of where they're coming from, and you telling me, as a Bethesda fan, like kind of explaining their roadmap coming from a fan. That makes sense. I really worry about... I'm super excited for this Starfield game. I think this Starfield game's going to kind of breathe new life into Bethesda.
Oh, absolutely. Even if I wasn't a fan,
Yeah.
this game would be fun to me. Like I'm looking at it and I'm just like, I like going on these quests. I like being told by these little robots to tell me like, hey, look, go in there.
Yeah.
Collect these blood samples from these 3 different species, bring them back. I'm going to inoculate you, and we're going to give you some perk cards, and you're going to be this much stronger or this much cooler.
It just kind of sucks because I was so excited to be done with Red Dead, and it's like, all right, now I got 2 months to play whatever the hell I want. But no, it doesn't work out that way.
No.
We got Smash in December. We got Pokemon and Fallout this month. It's like, god damn it, it never ends.
And then
It never ends.
my piece of nerd news, not till next year, but going back to BlizzCon, a bit of a upsell from the Diablo Immortal announcement. We are getting a remastered version of Warcraft 3,
Y'all
and
hot
I'm
on that?
fucking so hyped. Like
So
I never played.
I still
Warcraft.
have I still have somewhere in my house the Warcraft 3 battle chest, which has the original game and then the Frozen Throne expansion.
Right on.
And it was the RTS, like around the StarCraft time or whatever, but because it had a solid like single player campaign that you could play.
Yeah.
And then you jump on like BattleNet, which was this like hot new like online service at the time, and you just jump on there. You could do like your bot games, which even if you play against the bots, they're like almost horrendously hard.
Yeah.
Like it's
Is
it's
this
a
PC
challenge.
only?
It's a PC only, yeah.
So I'm not gonna lie, I never played any of the Warcrafts up until World of.
Hey.
Hey. But I really want this, and hear me out, because a lot of people give Blizzard shit for this.
Yeah.
But when you buy this game, you get a mount for World of Warcraft. Just you know.
If you buy the remaster, you get a mount for okay.
And Blizzard loves doing that. Like there's
Incentive.
Yeah, like there are different pets you can get for playing. Hearthstone I got a mount from as well. And then Heroes of the Storm, you can get a pet for World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
And they just have this kind of interconnectivity, which I think is fucking awesome. Like I get from, it's kind of, people see this as, oh, well, they're just wanting to get your money and get you to play other games and da-da-da.
Don't listen to those people.
So the
Fuck those
fuck
people.
what? Like,
oh my god, they want you to have fun.
like they're fun games. If you don't want to play it, no one's making you, because it's not like any of the items. Like they're all cosmetic. Yeah. They're not integral to the game. They don't make you better than anyone else in the game.
And that's why I was going to say you should have bought Overwatch when it came out, because they gave you a bunch of shit across like all Blizzard games.
Bunch of shit.
Yeah.
But I was going to say I love Overwatch for that reason, because you can buy loot boxes if you want to, but it's just skins and voice
It's not
clips.
predatory. Like, whenever I hear the whole microtransaction shit, talk from people, they strangely never talk about Overwatch. And so I'm like, always like, it must not be that predatory at all.
It's really not.
Star Wars Battlefront 2, on the other hand. Holy fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Did you see the article? I saw an article that this was posted maybe like a week or two ago. They're just releasing General Grievous for Battlefront 2.
Are you serious?
Just like recently.
Wow.
I feel so bad for that team, man, because they're trying so hard to keep people engaged and bring people back in. And it's like that game
the original
is so
Battlefront 2 was a fucking blast and a smash hit.
Yeah.
And I know everybody wanted this to come back, and the trailer drops and you see Darth Maul fighting, and you see like Rey and like Kylo Ren, and you're just like, oh dude, you're combining like all of the fucking Star Wars characters.
I was pumped off of looking at those trailers. I was like, holy shit.
Because the heroes and villains mode in the first Battlefront is like that's when that game came out, I solely played that mode for like a week straight.
Me and a buddy of mine, that's all we did was heroes versus villains.
And on the Warcraft 3 front, like Warcraft had spawned one of the like in the MOBA genre, like you've got your League of Legends, but the game Dota 2 came from the Warcraft universe. So Warcraft spawned, it was like it's called Defense Against the Ancients, and Dota came from, I think it was a Warcraft 3 mod, and it just spawned this whole game, and now there's like world championships for Dota 2. And it's like a free game on Steam. And
one of the biggest games in the world.
Oh, yeah.
I was at a friend's house, shout out to Black Sox,
Black Sox
watching Overwatch on ESPN.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's nothing.
It's a fucking thing.
That's nothing.
It was Korea versus China, and holy shit.
Was that insane?
Oh my god, dude, like, the Koreans had this, like, funnel move. They just, like, all came through in this group and just, like, dominated.
Dude, every day when the OWS, or what is it, OWCS, the World Championship Series for Overwatch was on, and they would always stream it from Battle.net, and I was watching like all the fucking time. You get your little pass where you can buy the skins for each team. Like I was rooting for the Outlaws just because they like looked fucking badass. But they got shut down fast. But
Korea doesn't fuck around.
Korea does not fuck around.
My friend was in town once, and we were gonna go grab a bite to eat.
Yeah.
And it was me and him and a couple of his friends, and we go and we're at Buffalo Wild Wings, and we're just like sitting there talking about gaming.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, dude, the league championship series are on. And he's like, so he leaves. He comes back. I see one of the giant fucking TVs change to the League of Legends World Championships.
Rad.
And we're just
so
like,
cool.
Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah.
like, it was amazing. And people in there
ever.
are just like, the fuck is this? Like, where's my Major League Baseball?
Game shit out of my heterosexual fucking...
This is ESPN. I had no idea. I don't watch cable TV.
Amazing.
Like I have like all my TV comes from like streaming and shit. So watching I see
No, dude.
ESPN and there's fucking Overwatch.
ESPN 8, the Ocho.
Yeah, esports are making it big, and I'm so psyched. Like, just a couple months ago, I think it was Ninja. He's like the most popular Fortnite streamer, but he's like a professional, like sponsored by Red Bull gamer.
Oh wow.
Like he makes like $950,000 like a month.
Yeah, he makes...
But he was actually the first video game player to be on the cover of ESPN magazine.
Wow, dude.
Off
Yeah.
of Fortnite.
Yeah.
Fortnite.
No, I subscribe to him because I don't really watch or play Fortnite, but I like watching him just like fucking wreck everybody.
That's crazy.
And
It's
the
insane.
time that I was watching him, he had 95,000 viewers.
That's ridiculous, dude.
That's the dream.
That's another thing about that. Watching this, like, Overwatch. Mostly, it's just like, okay, soon as those doors open, you rush to get to the objective.
Oh, no.
And you die like 3 or 4. Or 5.
Not these people.
No, dude. I timed it. It was a minute and a half before anybody died in that game. I was like, in that minute and a half, I'd have died 8 or 9 times.
I saw
at
somebody
least.
from I can't remember what the team name was, but they were on San Francisco's team, and dude, they were playing Temple of Anubis.
Okay.
And on the last push, how you have the archway up top, and you've always got a fucking widow sitting up there,
Yeah.
or a Hanzo.
Yeah.
So they're pushing. You've got like your Reinhardt pushing forward, and Orisa like inching up with her shield with him. So it's like flawless,
Right.
And all of a sudden, the camera switches to one of these guys who's playing as Widow. Widow grapples up onto the archway, shoots up past it, and fucking snipes somebody like in the head, one shot kill as she's coming down. And I was just like, oh my god,
Bro, I can't even snipe anybody with fucking...
I can't snipe anybody with Widow standing still.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to say, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
With Hanzo, I'm all right because you have the little reticles that you can kind of gauge where your arrow's going to go.
yeah,
but
no. That's
So,
crazy.
I have a confession to make.
Uh-oh.
how long has it been since your last confession?
I'm not a...
It's been a while, Father. It's been a while. I'm canceling my pre-order for the PlayStation Classic.
Good.
Oh.
Good.
I am.
Holy fuck. Are you serious?
I
Who the fuck asked for Cool Borders 2?
there's somebody.
I don't give a fuck who that person is.
So let's go down the list of games because
You know what? I do miss Twisted Metal, though.
Twisted Metal
it's
was
on
shit.
there.
Yeah, I know. And
Twisted Metal 2's not on there, the like widely considered way better game, but it's
Yeah.
not on there. So
Who the
can't
fuck
even-
asked for Cool Borders?
So, Battle Arena Toshiden, Cool Borders 2, Destruction Derby, Final Fantasy 7, the original Grand Theft Auto, Intelligent Cube, what the fuck is that?
Well, it's a
Jumping
cube.
Flash, Metal Gear Solid, which to some people that totally justifies
for me,
the price.
that would.
Mr. Driller, have no idea what that is.
It's like a Dig Dug.
Oh.
Great. It sounds like a wonderful game to...
You know what? When I was a
Stupid.
kid, I totally got down on Dig Dug.
Like
I love Dig Dug.
that kind of like Parappa the Rappa style of
Yeah.
animation. It's like that, but it's not. It's like more cartoonized, and
Yeah.
you basically just like you drill down, and it's kind of like the stuff that you drill down is like a Bejeweled puzzle, and you have
Yeah.
to go down the different
Okay.
colors. So
Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey. I've heard good things.
Yeah, that's a good game. Like,
I
I like
got that
that.
on PS4 though.
Rayman.
Rayman was
Rayman,
like
I'm
the
excited
shit.
for. Resident Evil Director's Cut.
Dumb.
Revelations Persona.
Dumb.
Fuck you.
Dumb.
Revelations Persona. It's the first Persona game.
So?
I'm gonna smack the fuck out of it. Ridge Racer Type 4. Of course, it's a Sony game, or it's a Sony thing, so it's gotta
Ridge Racer was dope, though. I liked
Ridge Racer.
Yeah, but the first Resident Evil was dumb.
Well, because it's dumb because we've got the 2.
It should have been 2.
Yeah,
I was just clapping
So
back.
there's this there's this funny fight. It was the announcement of the PSP, and they announced a Ridge Racer game, and the guy said it. He's like, check out Ridge Racer, and then like nobody clapped. So he said it again. He's like, Ridge Racer.
No, dude, you just made it
He's
worse.
pulling Arthur
Morgan
Morgan from the crowd. Trash! Have you done that yet?
Yeah, dude.
That's more for later.
Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo.
What?
Not an alpha game.
None of those words go together.
No Street
They're
Fighter
cool. They're
in
cool
any
games,
mention.
but there's no Street Fighter on this at all. Besides that, Siphon Filter.
Okay.
So a game that is not going to hold up at all.
No.
At all. Tekken 3, which is cool. Rainbow Six, the original, which is not going to hold up at all. Twisted Metal, and a JRPG called Wild Arms.
You know,
I fucking love Wild Arms. I will
never
say
played
that.
it.
It's
Super
so
excited
good.
to play it.
the only cool thing, because I don't think GTA would hold up personally, but it would be fun just for nostalgic reasons to go back and play the original GTA.
Well, I mean, the whole top-down thing, I could
It's
never
actually,
get down with the
I
top-down.
thought the same thing, and then when I had my 3DS and PSP, I think they were on the Liberty City Wars and Chinatown Wars.
Chinatown Wars was rad.
That game was way more immersive than I thought it was going to be. Like, you had to pull into a gas station on the DS, and to fill up your gas for like Molotovs, you had to drag the gas can out
dude.
and drag the gas over to the can and fill it up.
That game is really underrated.
Yeah.
That game fucking kicks ass.
That game was so fun.
It's just crazy though, because I mean, okay, say how many is that? 20 games?
That's 20 games. Yes.
20 games, and I'm only gonna play like 5 of those.
So, let's see. So I will check out Toshiden just because it was a launch game and it looks cool. I have like 19 other outlets to play Final Fantasy VII, so I'm not going to play that.
That's why I thought it was dumb.
Cancel it.
What's that?
I thought you just said you're going to cancel
I
it.
am.
Oh.
I'm not picking it up day one. I guess I should
okay.
reiterate.
Yeah.
I'm not picking it up day one. I'm going to wait and see if it's hackable, like the Super Nintendo, because then I'll actually put it.
Yeah, that would be
So like let's just go off like this: Cool Borders 2, Destruction Derby, Intelligent Cube, Mr. Driller. Take all those off. Take all of them off. Okay. Replace Destruction Derby with Xenogears. Replace Intelligent Cube with one of the Suikodens.
Or at least
anything.
if you're going to stick with the car genre, like is Gran Turismo on that list?
No.
Take Ridge or
See,
take
but
that off and put it on.
That one I can understand. It sucks that that's not on there, but I can understand because those deals with those car companies were way gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I can understand like it sucks, but like that it makes sense. Replace Mr. Driller with one of the Alpha games, Street Fighter Alpha games, like
Anything.
Or Parappa the Rapper.
Or yeah, dude, I would play the shit out of Parappa the Rapper.
You know, like a lot of people are.
I'll be rapping along to that.
A lot of people are sad that like Spyro and Crash are not on here.
Well, they
but,
just
like,
got remade.
Yeah.
Like, people already have those.
That's like that's the dream. So shut up.
But I mean, and that's why I think it's dumb that they put Resident Evil Director's Cut there, because I mean, you can play that anywhere. Like a lot of these games, you have so many
and
other
you're
outlets
right
to play
because
on.
you're right, Eddie, because you can't. There's not like until January. There's not which is like a month after this comes out. They're gonna just have Resident Evil 2 remade.
So I mean, it's just
I can see why they didn't put that on there. Either.
I would think that they would want to put 2 on there to gather more hype for the remake. That was kind of my idea.
Okay,
I was like,
I
was like, you can easily. I mean, director's cut. Obviously, they're gonna have that on there, but like, I kind of figured. I mean, I guess they wanted to stay away from redundancy to have 2 different You know what I mean? Like 2 different games on there.
guess.
I don't know, but I don't know. I am
But
not.
at the same time,
not
I
happy
feel
with
like
I'm not
this at
happy
all.
the
with
people
either.
that are excited about Resident Evil 2 have played it like we have, like years ago already. I mean, I would be excited to play 2 again on the PlayStation, and then get 2.
That's kind
on
of
the
what
PS4.
Yeah. So to that effect. I figured that maybe they would do like a shadow drop on the PSN network, like sometime next month of like, hey, it's an updated version of Resident Evil 2. It's the PC version of Resident Evil 2 on PlayStation.
But
I don't know, man. Like, a lot of these games are cool, and for some reason it feels justified in my head. Like, Toshiden sounds cool. You know, being able to at least try the original Grand Theft Auto. Metal Gear Solid easily clears that $100 price tag for me. Just being able to play that game. Rayman's really cool.
I loved Rayman.
I
Rayman
guess
was
I can try
the
that.
most fun
and
for
you're
me.
getting the original like stickless controller, right?
Yeah.
No analog
yeah.
control.
Oh yeah.
And not only that, like, me being a huge Persona mark, like, being able to play the original Persona, I think would be so cool. You got something to say, motherfucker?
Nothing. I've never played any of those
You
games.
really should. I should let you borrow 5.
Yeah.
But then he's gonna take it back when you're halfway through it.
Motherfucker, you had that game for like 4 months, dog. No, it's kind of a hard game to recommend because it is such a huge time sink. Like, that game, first playthrough, is guaranteed 100 hours.
Jesus.
Wow.
And, like, that is, like, genuine, like...
I don't have
Red Dead learned its shit from Persona, let me tell you.
Fuck, dude.
I don't know. I'll keep everyone updated, but, like, right now, not hot. Not hot on the classic at all.
No.
Okay, so I've got some news, which, granted, is from like October 22nd. So I'm sure a fair amount of people probably
Small
already know
shit.
this. But Wonder Woman has been pushed back from November 1st of next year to June 5th of 2020.
Good lord.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I hope it's because they're making an all-new movie, because fucking Wonder Woman 1984...
I don't know, man. The article that I'm looking at says that it's basically replacing Mark Wahlberg's $6 Billion Man, which has been taken off the schedule, which I didn't even know was a thing.
What?
But yeah, that is being taken completely off the schedule.
That makes me so sad.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing either.
I kind of I wish it was a thing.
I wish it was a thing too.
But
Could you imagine? It's just Mark Wahlberg making all the noises.
Hey, we have the technology.
Yo, we have the technology. Say hi to your mother for me.
Marky Mark.
Marky Mark.
why don't you try some of these
I'm
meatballs?
Colonel Steve Austin.
Shun-na-na-na-na-na. Just saying with that same inflection.
Hey guys, I think I found a transformer.
Bumblebee?
And I mean, I don't know. Like, I want Wonder Woman to do well.
It's not, dude. It won't.
I mean,
there's
first
so
one
much.
did
Well, that's the thing, is that
well.
there's so much expectation for it to do the exact same thing.
yeah, and I don't know. Like, I think that, like, while I enjoyed the original, or not the original, but while I enjoyed the first Gal Gadot Wonder Woman,
Yeah.
it was like the best DC movie, but the best DC movie is like
It's like being the smartest kid in the special ed classroom.
yeah,
Like,
I mean, like I was,
man.
yeah, it's just it's serviceable, but that's about it. It just looks so much better to all the rest of their shit.
it really does.
Is all it really was.
I don't
That's
know.
a bummer because that's
You
like
know.
really the only DC movie that's like
I mean, Aquaman
actually has traction on those
some
wheels.
hype.
Like,
Aquaman has some hype.
So does Shazam. Shazam looks really good.
So
Except
all
for
I've
that
seen,
costume.
all I've seen are
Dude,
the
it's the most
production
comic
shit.
accurate costume I've ever seen.
Yes,
It's
but
comic accurate, but it does not look well made.
It
to
does.
me.
It doesn't. It looks like a really good cosplay. Like, it looks like a well done cosplay.
Which I think I don't know. I kind of think I think it's kind of cool, like, that they did it that way, though, because I mean, like, There's so much emphasis on everything being so dark and so leathery and shit.
Yeah,
and it's
all vibrant,
and it's an action comedy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's an action comedy, so I mean, of course they're gonna make him look ridiculous.
And granted, like I'm still totally, as much shit as I give the costume, I'm totally seeing that movie. I'm absolutely gonna go. I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt.
It's what's his name, Zachary Levi.
Yeah.
Like the dude from Chuck.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I'm totally gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. Go see it and see how it goes. But I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well. Fuck.
You're gonna be in the theater just like.
How many times are
Well done, cosplay.
How many times do you think you're gonna have to say something
Tourette's.
like that before things get better? Strictly speaking, DC. You know what I mean? Like, what's it gonna take for DC?
Well,
this is always my question for like big comic booky guys. Is like, what's it gonna take for DC to get on the same level as Marvel?
I have no idea. Cause
where did they go wrong?
Get rid of Zack Snyder.
They're kind of in a rut of like this is what was successful before being Batman, and instead of going okay, now let's try
Nolan movies kicked ass.
Yeah, and so instead of going okay, awesome, that did great. Now let's try something different. Yeah. They went, that did well. Let's keep doing it.
Yeah,
over and over and over.
Which is crazy because DC's TV game is on point.
I mean,
point.
Yeah.
Like, I still watch it. I think Arrow's kind of garbage.
Well, I mean...
But that's because, it's Batman 2.0.
Yeah, Arrow, they fucked. I mean, The Flash...
The Flash is fantastic.
Supergirl...
I do love
Legends of Tomorrow...
Yep, definitely get down with that.
I've actually been...
And that's Rory from Doctor Who. I gotta be down with that, you know?
But I mean, like...
Arthur Darvill?
Even... I'm subscribed to the DC Universe, and I've been watching Titans. And it's not as bad... I mean, it's not the best. I'm not going to say
it's not good.
It's not,
but it's not bad.
Well, no, it's good.
Yeah,
it's good. It's not the best, but it's serviceable.
Yeah.
DC, when it comes to TV, is on point. Just their movies just lack because it's just like Derek said. They take this formula and they just beat the shit out of it.
Yeah.
And I think they're starting to learn with movies like Shazam, with shit like that. So I think once they start realizing that it's just...
Well, because, I mean, if you look at Marvel...
I think it's just a pride thing. That's what I think it is. It's just like, well, we don't want to be anything like Marvel because we don't want them to think that we're copying off them. If it's a formula that works, fucking do it.
Yeah, well, especially because, like, with Marvel, you have, like, big successful shit. Like, you drop Iron Man and it's huge, right? And then a few years later, they're like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's try some Guardians of the Galaxy. And everyone was like, what? No one knows who Guardians of the Galaxy are.
What? Huh?
Yeah, this is going to fail spectacularly. You're going to go down in flames. Oh shit, everyone loves it. Oh my god.
It has that guy from Parks and Rec in it, though.
And,
right?
And then they're like, I know, how about Black Panther? I know, how about Miss Marvel? Like, they just keep doing all these random things, and they're doing them well, and so they're successful.
Doctor Strange, right?
Yeah,
there's not a lot of people out there that are big on Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? But at the same time, though, it also works as a strength because it's those people that were dormant Doctor Strange fans or dormant Guardians of the Galaxy fans, and then it's like, holy fuck, they're pulling something out of the grave. Like,
and that's where it would benefit them if they pulled out a Lobo movie, if they did a Doom Patrol, if they did a Constantine.
But they did a Suicide Squad, and see where that went.
Yeah, but that was goddamn hot garbage.
And not only that, the Suicide Squad ain't shit.
Yeah,
even in the DC universe.
And just to preface, I'm completely ignorant on all this.
So here's the thing: it seems to me like Marvel has a lot more faith in their fans, and like comic and otherwise. Where DC goes, well, we're gonna stick to the things that everyone knows. Because,
we don't want people to...
Like, I think they're worried that if they do something a little too comic-y or a little too obscure to merely a movie audience, that it's going to fail. They're just so petrified of that they just keep shooting themselves in the fucking foot over and over again because they just don't have faith in their base.
I want a fucking live-action Flashpoint movie, please.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say, going back to talking about Aquaman, that's where Jason Momoa should go, is fucking Lobo.
Yeah, dude. Jason Momoa would be a great Lobo.
Who was it that was... It was some actor that was saying that he would be in a DC movie the day that they let him be Lobo.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan, I think.
Maybe it was. I think that might have been.
Negan.
But like that would be amazing. I'd be so down for
Dude,
that.
I would watch the shit out of a Jeffrey Dean Morgan Lobo.
So my question, well, I guess one of my questions is, so the Nolan Batman movies, they're DC, like they're on like the same company as like Batman versus Superman, right? So I feel like,
Sadly,
I love that you used that specific
because
example.
technically it's the worst one, right?
It's so
even I saw that movie and I was
so
like, this
bad.
fucking sucks.
I would have picked that.
More like
over the-
Yawn of Justice.
I would pick if I was in a room and they said pick one of these movies to watch, you have to watch it, and it's Batman versus Superman and Justice League. I'd go Batman Superman.
I'd go Justice League.
Like
I'd fucking.
I was
Is that
so
movie out? Justice League?
yeah,
How long has it been out?
like
for?
since like almost a year now.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it came out last
I don't
November.
even. I remember watching the trailer for it, like
But
the premiere
it's,
trailer.
like talking about all these crappy DC movies, like it sucks for me because as a kid I watched like the Justice Friends like every fucking weekend Saturday morning, and when I saw that they were coming out, because Avengers came out and was huge, and I was like, oh, it's only a matter of time before DC does a fucking Justice League, and they did, and I was in the movie theater just like,
dude, that
like I wanted to like it.
And I mean, if you want to keep doing this formula, if you want to keep making this formula, do something great. Give me Batman Year
do
One.
it well.
Give me,
God's sake.
Give me a Frank Miller's Dark Knight.
Yeah,
they kind of did that in Batman Superman with Ben Affleck's look, but give me a movie based in that
absolutely.
universe.
By the way, that movie choice that you just gave a minute ago, kind of like, I feel like that should be a Saw plot. Like, well, you
Carrie Ellis is sitting in a room and got TVs.
like you can
I want to
either
play a game.
yeah, exactly.
You hated both of these movies.
well, I mean, the thing is about those Nolan films is that they're really good because they're not really about Batman.
Well, it's
Like,
because
they're
it was
about
him.
the villains
It was
and about
him
the other
doing it,
people.
and like Zack Snyder wasn't at the helm of any of it.
Yeah.
I mean, like
Dude, he is-
your first thing is
He
that
is
you
a
have Nolan.
He
cancer.
is so bad.
He is a cancer.
I was gonna say, like the first thing that you did,
he's
right?
what Roman Reigns has now.
Yeah.
like
That's where he went.
Yeah.
Oh.
The first thing
started
you did
talking
right
to Zack Snyder.
with the Nolan films is that you have fucking Christopher Nolan writing them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, where's this talent?
And
But at the same
And even then, and even with those movies, he fell off by the third one because
Yeah.
the third one was hot garbage. to
And in
me.
the first one,
oh, you better hold your goddamn tongue.
It was,
boy.
dude. It was. Fucking Bane. Bane is a Mexican wrestler.
Hello, brother.
Bane is a Mexican
Yeah.
wrestler. And now he's a British dude with a speech impediment. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like,
Yeah.
I loved it. I
doesn't
really do.
matter
Like,
who we are.
like-
What matters is our plan.
I like it. I don't know, but at the same time, like they did what they could because they didn't know about Heath Ledger. The Joker was gonna be in the third movie. Like I feel like he was gonna be a prominent point. So I feel like, and not only that, like Tom Hardy as Bane, fucking rad.
What I loved about the first one that they did too was it wasn't just like it didn't start and Christian Bale was Batman. Like they showed him going to train with Ra's al Ghul, and like half of the movie he was training. He got out of the pit of the Lazarus, and like it just like it showed him working up to Batman.
I was just waiting for somebody to kidnap Ra's al Ghul's daughter.
yeah. No, dude. Like, I honestly think if they really did decide, to just keep using these same characters, give us the good stories that they
Do
were in,
an abstract
And,
like
and for God's sake,
Yeah.
do a decent script.
Yeah.
Your mom's name is Martha? I guess we're best friends now.
Somebody tried to explain to me why that was more important than it was, and I didn't listen to a single
Telling
Yeah,
word.
me
get
to
the
this.
that wasn't
fuck
in
outta
the
here.
original
No,
comic or something?
no, fuck no.
No.
So why did they stop fighting?
I don't fucking know. I still don't know to this day, and it confuses the fuck out of
Whenever
me.
I heard the name Martha, I'm like, oh.
It's just it was a literal Step Brothers moment. Did we just
it was.
become best friends?
Yup.
You want to go fight supervillains out in the backyard?
Yup.
Like, swear to God, dude.
like, and to me, I was like, like overhyped was an understatement for how I was for this
Yeah.
movie.
I swear to
because
God.
that is
wasn't
one
even
of
an
my
interesting rivalry.
that was one of my, or I guess still technically is my favorite like arch nemesis like battle of all time. And there's been like in the comics, Batman, like he uses the suit, the kryptonite and everything, but Batman has not used kryptonite, and he's defeated Superman multiple times.
Yeah.
Like
Plenty of
in
times.
it was Batman versus Superman when Lex Luthor drops Lois Lane off the building.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
In the comics, Batman has Catwoman do that with Lois Lane.
Yep.
And Superman, of course, has to rush to her aid, so Batman wins the fight.
Yep.
So
I
like,
swear
he
to God,
just
dude,
plays mind games with them.
the story on Injustice is better
Yeah.
than any of the DC movies.
The Infinite Earths. And
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
And
Oh, just make an Injustice movie. Like,
I'm
for crying out
sorry.
loud.
Personally, I find Superman a very difficult hero to be
I was
interested
just
in.
about to say this.
He's not. He's a fucking Boy Scout. There's nothing.
He's an
interesting-
asshole.
He's a white bread. Just
I was
plain
gonna say.
run of the mill.
I was like, this is one of Cole
He's a fucking
Simper's
jock.
Cole Simper's patented hot takes, but you just
Panted hot takes.
exactly.
I think is better.
You just took all the hot air out of my.
Yeah, no.
I hate Superman. I think Superman is
so
completely
He's bland as fuck.
He's OP as fuck.
Given-
How do you
given-
make a good Superman story at all?
You
When literally
you
nothing
fucking,
will kill you
I'll
except
tell you
for
how,
one thing.
I'll tell you how. You make a TV series out of it. You cast Dean Cain as Superman. That shit was
God
fire.
damn it.
That shit was fire.
Is that Dean Cain?
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Because they gave him
Oh,
a sense of. They gave him.
Fucking, and I love that, dude, because I can watch those on the DC universe.
no way.
Yeah, dude, the DC universe.
How much is it?
I think it's like $8 a month. Dude,
Consider me subscribed
Dude,
already.
the Batman animated series.
Love it. That would get me.
That was
that
the
right there.
hands down the best thing that had ever happened to Batman. Like,
Yeah.
I have my Harley Quinn Funko that I got signed by Tara Strong at Comic-Con. Like, just hasn't been touched. It's just been sitting in the same spot. Like, I was all about that animated series. And then Batman Beyond after that.
They have that one there too.
Oh, I'm on board.
Yeah, dude.
Batman Beyond was rad.
And like honestly,
And I have been wanting to check out Titans.
dude, give Titans a try.
Yeah.
It's not the best thing. Don't expect anything crazy
fuck
off the wall.
Batman.
But honestly, it's not bad. It's not a bad. It's better than Arrow.
Have you passed that part?
Fuck
I
Batman.
mean, there's not a lot
It's
that's
in the first
not
episode.
better
Oh,
than
okay.
Arrow.
Yeah, but I mean, it's in there with those. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, it's not a
Because
bad show.
I like the look of some of them, like the look of Robin in Titans. I'm on board with.
Dude, Robin is dope. Raven,
I know,
Raven's still kind of.
I know
has to
Starfire got a lot of
Dude,
flack.
Yeah.
Starfire looks like a 38-year-old streetwalker.
and it's crazy.
What the fuck
yeah.
And it's crazy
is
because
going
like,
on
And
with that?
that's putting it politely.
you know what I mean. And when you,
She's a $2 hooker.
but when you get into the show, she looks like a 20-year-old streetwalker. You know what I mean? So,
Oh, well, that's okay. I'm in.
the story that they have for Starfire is that she just wakes up in this woman's body.
Okay.
Like, she doesn't know who she is. She doesn't know where she comes from. She doesn't know what's going on. And she just knows she has to reach Raven.
Mm-hmm.
And the story so far has revolved around Raven. Because Raven hasn't figured out her powers yet. She doesn't know what she is. She doesn't know. They're all just figuring all this shit out.
Right.
I heard that like at first Beast Boy got a lot of flack too.
Yeah, Beast Boy,
But-
I'm not too much of a fan, but I've only...
Didn't they they explained something of like how he
Well,
like
doesn't he?
changes, you know, and
Doesn't he
looks
only
better.
change color when he changes?
Yeah.
In the show.
Yeah, like, there hasn't been a lot of Beast Boy. Honestly, there's been like 10 minutes of Beast Boy.
Wow.
Out of like the 5 episodes that have been released. Beasted.
Get beasted.
Oh, you got beasted. There's only been like 10 minutes.
That reminds me. This doesn't even have to go on the podcast, but you were watching me play PUBG the other night.
Yeah.
And that little fucking kid, like, well, there's a shotgun in this here building, and you can just blast somebody with
He
it.
sounded... Not only did he sound like that kid that you said...
The Walmart yodeling kid.
Yeah, but he sounds like that kid that was like, holy frick, that hurt like a butt cheek on a stick. What? Yeah, he sounds just...
profanity.
Yeah, he sounded like that kid.
Wow.
Anyway. But let's get on to the topic of the night. Red Dead Redemption 2. Holy shit.
But why is it Redemption 2 if it's a prequel?
Fuck you. It's a stupid name. It's a stupid name.
Red Dead Revolver was first, so it should be Red Dead 3 or blah, blah, blah.
I'm not saying it should be Red Dead 3, but it's like I have like a genuine problem with this. I don't like this name at all because it's a prequel, but it's a sequel, and it's like
Shut up, Cole.
stupid. It's stupid.
It
don't make no sense.
You're stupid. Shut up.
Red Dead Revolution, Red Dead, like there's tons of shit that you could have easily replaced it with.
So many R words.
Right? So many.
I got a lot of shit.
Red Dead Redemption Reckoning.
Yeah, right.
Like
Red Dead
RDRR.
Red Dead Rutabaga.
Have you been on Reddit lately? Everyone's
Reddit
like,
Dead Redemption.
Everyone's like R2D2.
Yeah.
I finally got the Western R2D2, and it's just it's an R2D2 with like a vest on and a cowboy hat, and they like taped a
Like a
revolver
duster.
to it.
Wow.
So the funniest thing for me out of the four of us or whatever with this game is that Cole was so certain that he was going to finish this game in a couple of days.
yeah.
None of us have. None of us are even remotely close.
Dude, I spent an
Dude, I'm
entire...
at 0% still. It's fucking
it's
crazy.
weird.
Like,
You probably haven't even moved camp yet.
No, not once. Not once.
This game is so expansive. So large. And
Well, to kind of like protect myself, you know,
Uh-huh.
I went into this thinking it was going to be a Rockstar game. This is very unlike Rockstar.
This is very one of the things that I've noticed is that I don't want to cause any trouble. Like usually like with Grand Theft Auto,
Which is not a quality that you'd see in a Rockstar
right?
game.
Like let's say a Grand Theft Auto, I just want to shoot and kill shit. Yeah. But like the people in these cities that you cause trouble in, they remember you.
They do.
They remember you.
And they hold grudges.
They
too.
hold grudges. Like Valentine, I can't go into Valentine.
I have a
Yeah, dude, I go into the
I have a
general
story.
store. I go into the general store at Valentine, and the shopkeeper's just like, "You gonna hurry up and pay or what? I gotta go. You gotta go too."
Yeah, they're fucking mean. Dude.
So-
They're mean.
I just want to shoot all of them.
There was this one time I was going to a camp of mine, and I came across this like cabin in the woods. It was just remote.
That's
Had like
never
a
good.
chicken farm off to the side, and I was like, okay, what's going on here? So I walk in because you just fucking walk into people's houses and they just start talking to you like, oh, hello. But it's this old lady, and she's like sitting there, and she's like, my boys have gone off to do something, but she was talking. She thought I was somebody there to like pick something up.
Yeah.
And she was like, it's down there in the cellar. So I go downstairs, I open up this chest, and it's like a semi-auto pump shotgun, and I was like, ooh, shit. So I take that. She's like, what's taking so long? And I get up and I walk out, and she doesn't know I took, like, she doesn't say that she knows that I took it.
Yeah.
But I came back to that like a little bit later in the game, and I heard like her sons were there, and they were arguing with her because they're like, we'll try and find you a new place. She's like, I don't want a new place. I want to stay right here. And I was like, there's no option to knock, so I just walked up to the door, and the door flew open, and they came out, and they're just like, who the hell are you? We got a visitor. And she comes out and goes, it's that man what robbed me before.
What?
Yeah,
and I was
That's
like,
so
what the
cool.
fuck?
It happens
Oh,
all
man.
the time.
Yeah.
So, like, at some point later, she realized the shotgun
This was
gone.
Yeah.
way later, too.
Wow.
Like, way later.
People really
That
like
is
they.
so cool.
It's insane.
So I
how,
naturally I had to shoot them all.
Yeah.
And I shot all the dudes because she was in there hiding, and she's like, oh my god, my babies. And I'm like, what have I done? Like, they shot at me first.
Yeah.
And then she comes around the corner, and I was like, oh no, she's got to die too.
So kind of like speaking to your point of like how you want to be a good guy. I feel bad whenever like a civilian gets killed.
Yeah.
Or like. Because it has this mechanic in game where if someone witnesses you doing something illegal, they will tell on you. So
you gotta kill them too. Yeah.
Well, and you know, like they give you plenty of options to say, like, okay, you know, there's ways to go about it without killing them. Like you can scare the shit out of them, you can
Shoot
beat them
your
up.
gun in the air.
Yeah, like you can scare the hell out of them and try to tell them not to. And then it kind of just goes to, you know, RNG. It's like, are they going to tell you? Are they going to tell the law? Or are they going to not? You know what I mean? Like, I have stopped someone and was like, hey, if you tell anybody, I'll kill your whole family.
So it's like,
and
so
then they
is
still
it,
did.
Is it RNG based?
I don't know. I
Because
don't.
that's I'm curious.
And
Now,
there's
that's kind of
there's no
interesting.
given time to when anything will happen. Like if you get robbed at gunpoint by like the O'Driscoll gang and they kill you, and you go back that same route, like they're gone. They're not there. Like that's not going to happen again until you get past it. And Cole was we were talking about it over coffee. Like the first couple days, it was like the Sunday that after it came
was
out.
The Sunday, yeah.
And he brought up a good point that it's like the adult version of like Breath of the Wild. Anything that you can do, like to do something, it's probably
They thought about it.
Yeah.
Like that's my biggest thing about this game is it's so thoughtful. They
It's
put
it's
so much
intelligent.
thought. Yeah,
Very intelligent.
And to kind of like to deep dive into what you're saying. So like Breath of the Wild came out and it was applauded for like it's, hey, can I do this? Holy shit, I can. You know what I mean? Like they see an apple in a tree, it's like, okay, you know, I can hit that tree with a hammer, apple falls down, or I can shoot an arrow, the apple comes down. You know, like there's so many like
Right.
it's like little nuances that people don't understand and like can totally go over people's heads. But the thing is with Red Dead is I feel like this is the adult version of Breath of the Wild where it's like you can do that. If you can think about it, you can do it. You can live in this game, dog.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Seriously, dude. Like it's so cool. Like just the little things that you run into. Like the first day playing this game, I went into this cabin, and everyone was dead. It was skeletons under blankets.
Yeah.
And
Damn.
yeah, dude, it was just skeletons under blankets. And then I go up to the front of the house where the chimney is, and there's this note. And it's this cult that has just killed themselves for some greater good or whatever.
Wow.
And I'm just like, holy shit, dude! Like, what in the fuck is this game? I've run into the Klan.
I was gonna bring this up during Nerd News, but I thought I'd save it. I was talking about it with Cole before we came inside, but apparently there is a glitch that apparently Rockstar has not found out about it. None of us can do it, but you over there can do this if you so choose
Pie
to.
Hero.
So you were telling us about Eddie about the lockbox in the broken down or the burnt down town.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go there, none of us can do it now because we've already done the autosave. But if you go there and disable your autosave, you can just keep going back and picking up gold bars. You can, and the article I read said you could get at least 15 grand.
Wow.
Damn.
And that's like a lot of money.
In old
Well,
times,
'cause
like
it's so much.
I have like $2,000, and I'm just like I can do whatever the fuck
Yeah,
I
dude.
want.
I like right now. I just reached chapter 4 with $3,000, and I'm just buying whatever the fuck. I
Yeah,
want.
I'm just like
But
I'm not even gonna use the camp funds. I'll just upgrade this shit myself.
Yeah,
you know?
dude. Like,
And I like that you can do that. Like you don't. I'm like, oh shit, I'm almost out of camp money, and it still let me do it, but it just took it out of my money, and I was like,
yeah, dude. Like, I went in, I bought out the entire general store, like, because everything's like $3.
You get to a point in the game where money's not a problem.
I like that though. Like, I like that. I like that. I
It
don't have
reminds
to
me
worry
of Grand
about.
Theft Auto
Yeah.
4. Of 4.
Because I mean,
Like,
if
where
you're robbing and stealing shit, eventually, if you steal enough shit, you're
there
gonna have plenty
are.
of money.
I don't know if we talked about this in the first impressions, but the little hidden things that you can find. Like when I got to Rhodes, I think it was Rhodes. I'm exploring the town. I'm seeing where everything is, and underneath the gunsmith, there is this dude, which I thought it was the jail because he's behind bars. And he's like, you got to get me out of here. And I'm like, I'm not about to do another jail breakout.
Yeah.
But he's like, this guy's got me chained up down here. I was like, oh, what the fuck, dude? So you have to go in. You have to hold the owner up at gunpoint and tell him to take you down there. So he takes you down there. And this grown-ass man is wearing a sailor suit chained to the bed, to the wall.
Dude, this mission's
And
fucked up.
This goes super dark, like super quick. Like I sat there
Dang,
like
this is like some
so-
Pulp Fiction shit.
Well, no, like the dude,
So-
the gunsmith comes down and he just tells this whole story about
you
how
save the kid, he's about to leave, and then out of nowhere the gunsmith just like falls to his knees and he like has a picture. He's like, you look so much like my boy. We took him fishing one day, he never came back. I looked for him and you just look like him. And the dude that like is about to run away like has no remorse. He just gets the fuck out of here. But I'm sitting here just like,
yeah, he completely goes to tell this story about how he took his son fishing and the stream took him.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And he could never be able to move on. that's why he kidnapped this person, was like pretending
So,
this kid.
and then he says,
yeah,
and then my remorse
man.
quickly faded because he says, take whatever you want. So I went up and I just stocked up on ammunition.
You know what's funny? Is
I took money out
I
of the
sat
register.
there and I pondered it. I was like,
Am
I really
yeah.
going to do this right now?
Yeah.
Because this guy is fucked up. He did not ask for this to happen. He did do something fucked up, but at the same time, like, I was like, if I steal from this guy, I'm going to feel bad.
And that,
Like, me,
that
Cole
has
Simper, I was
never-
like, I'm going to feel bad if I rob this guy.
not even in GTA in any 4 or 5 have I ever come across something like that. Like, oh shit.
Well,
dude.
and the reason why it's so crazy is because so the whole sticking up and like because you catch tips, right? Like you'll do some like random side quests, you know, like some random bystander, you'll save them. Like, you know, like there's you can save people that are being transported. Like it'll be a carriage, and they'll be like, oh, like I ran into this one that I talked about in the first impressions where it was a black lady, and she was like, my husband's been beating me for years and he almost killed me, and I got sick of it and I killed him, and now they're taking me to get, you know, they're gonna hang me because I killed him.
Right.
So I felt, you know, obligated to release her, and then so that's kind of just like one, and then, so I was doing one of those, and they give you tips. They're like, hey, you know, go check out the gunsmith in Rhodes, like he's doing some weird shit, you know.
Yeah.
So you can go there is sometime during the day, and you can like kind of case the joint, and so like it's kind of a normal thing, like, and it's funny because like all the shop men are doing some shady shit. Like one of them's like doing a like an alcohol thing in his
like
basement.
the O'Driscoll gang that you find in the back of the doctor's office.
Yeah.
That's like counting the money.
That's where you get the show filled.
yeah.
None
Now
of y'all picked it up.
now-
So remember this when you're playing. If you
Okay.
do that mission.
Yeah.
It's in Valentine. In the back of the general store, you have to hold him
doctor's
up.
office.
Doctor's office.
Oh, doctor's office.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a box on that table, and it has the best pistol, the best revolver in the game, right there.
And now I have 2 of them.
I have the semi-auto, and I dual wield them. And dude, it's so funny. I went so fucking cowboy, bro. I decked them out like one of them's ivory and one of them's ebony, and I'm like, yeah. Dude, I went
Living in harmony.
I went so fucking cowboy, bro. Oh my god! And I'm like, don't make me introduce you to my buddies, okay?
I feel lucky today,
No, and
punk.
it really does. There really is a sense of like morality when you do these stories.
Yeah.
I don't know about y'all too. I killed that fucking gunsmith. I did.
I didn't. I felt
like
I said, I didn't even rob him.
I
felt
robbed
so
him
bad.
and I left.
didn't know.
I killed him and I robbed him. I threw a throwing knife at his face and I fucking robbed the rest of that store. Funny thing about that though is that when I came back to Rhodes to get the gunsmith, it was that same gunsmith.
Oh, he was back?
Yeah, he just like fucking lived through it, I guess.
Wow.
Oh shit! It's that guy what killed me before.
Dude, it's so funny because I actually glitched that mission. And I remember getting so pissed. Angela can tell you about this. I was like, I've done everything I need to do because I held him up and it wasn't giving me the option to go down into his basement. And so I'm like, what the fuck else am I supposed to do? And he's just sitting there like, yo, why you pointing that pistol at me, partner?
Oh, and another thing. So before you go do the holdup, you have to put your bandana on, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll get wanted. And as soon as you walk into a store with your bandana on, they'll just be like, "No, we don't sell to people in masks." Like they react instantly.
Well,
to
I mean,
it.
and the people outside of the
And
they like.
I was trying
Why
to-
you need to have that on?
I was
partner?"
trying to do that doctor's office mission because I got arrested because like the cops like surround the place after you start killing everybody. So I started over, and I was like, the doctor's office is right next to the sheriff's office. So I'm walking up, and I put my bandana on, and the sheriff I hear him go, "We don't need any of this in my town," and he's standing right there, and I was just like, just took it down and I walked away.
Yeah,
Like, sorry,
dude.
bro.
Yeah.
He had his
Excuse
like
me,
hand
man.
on his hip too.
And it just everything.
That's hilarious.
It's just like I said.
love that.
Just like I said earlier, I ran into the fucking KKK, dude.
Yeah.
And it's funny how you, Cole, or Nick haven't run into them, and me, the only brown guy,
You ran into them first.
I did. Oh,
Twice.
have you run into them?
I've run into them a handful of times.
Dude, so the first time I ran into the Klan, they were having just this like
so funny.
forest rally. You know what I mean? Like they were just in this grouping of trees, all holding torches, and like there was some kind of like initiation.
I hope
Oh,
nobody.
yeah,
I hope
yeah,
nobody like like comes in to listen to the podcast like right now. Like the first time that I ran into the Klan. Like,
well, I could tell you, I've run into the Klan like for real, and it's not fun.
We're talking about a video game.
They're having this initiation, and so they're welcoming this new guy.
And I love how awkward he is.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll go and
sure,
do it.
yeah, like here, have a torch, and so
Trying to humanize a fucking Klans member. Get the fuck out of here.
Swear to God, and he goes to burn the torch and burns himself and another Klansman.
I think I saw a video of that. Of that little piece. Yeah.
Well, all of them start to run off, dude. I just fucking dead-eyed this shit.
That's all I did. I waited to see what happened, and then after that, I was just like, "You're all dying." Boom, boom, boom,
I haven't run into the Klan yet, but you've been to like New Dennis before, right? Like already.
Saint-Denis.
Sorry, excuse me. Pardon my lack of French. But so I get there.
Pardon my lack of culture.
And I was trying to go up to what I was trying to do was go find this fucking bait shop that has like the lures that you need to buy to get the legendary fish.
You're fucking heavily with the hunting and the fishing.
I have 3 out of 5 that I like am dead set on getting. But anyways, so I'm in the town and I'm walking on one of the main roads and I hear this dude just like spouting off like how he's proud to be white, and I'm like, the Klansman in the town?
Yeah.
So I'm like looking around, I see the little blip on my radar, and it's this dude who's got like his hair is like pomaded into like the parted, and he's got like a Chaplin mustache, and he's like, "You, sir, look like you'd like to hear about eugenics." And I'm like, "Oh, this motherfucker, dude." So he's telling me about, and he's like, would you like a pamphlet? And I hit decline, and he was like, "No, you pathetic moron." And he was like, "Well, I mean," he's like all offended. Yeah. And then I was just like, I didn't even look around. I just shoved him. I punched him. He didn't go down, but he ran off. And I went to look to see where he ran. And from like me in the game to like your second door down there was an officer just standing there. And I was like, he didn't bat a fucking eye.
Yeah, dude.
I was like, yes.
No, dude,
You should have chased him down.
There's this one mission. I don't know if you guys saw it in Rhodes, where there was this guy. It was a stranger, and he was laying on one of the benches in front of the sheriff's office. Yeah. And I know where you're going. He's like, I need you to get these 3 things for me. I was so prominent. My business was the business. We used to run this whole town. And so
he's a very proud man.
Yeah. And so he sends me off to get this ledger, a pocket watch, and an old gun. And I go in there. I grab the things that I need to from his repossessed house or whatever. And I look at the ledger, and it's women and children that he sold.
Oh, shit.
And so I go back, I give him all of his shit, right? And he's just crying, talking about his business being like, I did the best, we worked the best when we did the hardest.
I mean, this guy's got like nothing. Like, he's like living in a like tent out in the wilderness.
Shoot him in the nuts.
And so he's like slumped over, like on his knees. I shoot him right in his head, dude, and like he falls over into his camp and fucking bursts into flames. I got honor for that.
Are you serious?
I did, dude.
Wow.
I gained honor for killing him.
Wow. That's crazy because the way that I'm playing it is like I'm trying not to kill people, but the thing is that if you come at me, you're dead. Yeah. You're dead. Well, like that's kind of my thing. Is like ebony and ivory, motherfucker. You're dying, dog.
Eddie, weren't you saying that you don't lose any honor or get any negative consequences from killing Klansmen?
Yeah. No.
None at all.
None of that. I don't lose any honor. There was
you lose honor for killing horses. Like if you like accidentally shoot, like if you're like aiming, like you're in a shootout and you accidentally shoot a horse, like that.
Speaking of horses, have you heard about like the road in Rhodes that is cursed, that if you go on it, your horses will just fucking light on fire?
I saw that.
Yeah, Derek was talking about that.
There's a game-breaking glitch in the game that your horse will just light on fire.
Yeah, and I saw, so like the video I saw, this guy was on his horse, and then for some reason like the horse just comes to a dead stop, so he just kind of falls off the horse, and then like the horse just like falls to the ground, and his head bursts into flames.
Yo, that's some Ben Brown shit right there. That's
the video that I saw. This guy was walking, and he couldn't get out of the way of like a guy on a carriage, and so like they hit not very hard, but like the horse bucked his character off, and then one horse lit on fire, and then his horse lit on fire. And I was like, what?
This is not okay.
That is so crazy. Dude, this just the I don't know, like it's so immersive and it's so fun just to give people a idea of how not close we are to completing it. I'm probably like 35% finished since we've been playing it.
And how many hours have you been playing?
I lost track. Like I was hoping there would be a clock
ticker?
in the game, but there's not.
I am at 47% and I've been playing like minus beta time for Fallout 76. I've been playing this game religiously.
Yeah.
And I'm at 47 out of 104 missions.
I have
107, sorry.
I just barely hit 50%. Just barely. And I'm solid 50 hours into the game. I have like my own way where I'm counting my time because it's 2018 and for some reason we still don't have like it's not like
an in-game clock?
An industry standard to put an in-game clock in your fucking game. Like
I probably spent like 10 minutes looking for it. Like
yeah, same here because you were like Cole, you were like, oh yeah, I've spent this many hours on the game, and I'm like, where is that? I'm over there looking in the companion app, and I'm just like.
Which, by the way, is something World of Warcraft has had since the start. So it's not like this is new technology.
It's not hard to implement.
No.
I don't know. Like, I'm in between, like, being really mad about it and, like, being like...
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, whatever.
It is dumb that it's not in there, but whatever.
Yeah.
But,
honestly, I am going to be very surprised if this doesn't win Game of the Year.
Yeah, seriously. This game is definitely Game of the Year.
I know we've got, like, Smash Brothers and you know, Fallout and like Pokemon coming out, but I don't think those can even hold a flame.
So let me ask you. Better than God of War?
Yes.
I have
better
spent
than Spider-Man.
far more time on this than both of those games combined. So yes.
You know how we were with Spider-Man, Cole.
I think everybody
I still think Spider-Man's better than God of War. I really do.
I think Spider-Man is better than God of War. I think Red Dead is better than both of those games.
Yep. That's exactly what I would say.
I honestly, I haven't... I mean, and that's that I'm removing myself to play the Fallout beta. But when there's no beta coming out and then, you know, it's between downtimes and shit, I am glued to this game.
I thought I was
dreaming about this
I
game.
thought I was going to be late to tonight's podcast because I had to finish a mission in Red Dead tonight.
And it's crazy because it's like you said, Cole. I don't check my phone.
No.
I don't check on the well-being of my children.
Y'all okay in there?
Thankfully, my wife is there.
Yeah.
Let me hear your voices.
Yo, I'm fucking talking like a cowboy dog. I go to work and I'm like, yeah, howdy, partner.
Tell me.
Hey, mister.
Hey, mister.
Tell me
great.
that you guys aren't as attached to your horses as I am.
I still have the same horse.
Dude,
I don't even have
so
another horse.
I've got a new horse or whatever, but
Yeah.
The White Arabian.
yeah, I have the white
elusive
Arabian.
White Arabian.
So let me ask you, like, what is with the controls of mounting your horse? Because it seems like it's very, very common to punch your horse instead of getting on.
It's not that hard, dude. It's just
know
like
how
getting
people
into
are
a
doing
car
it.
in GTA.
I don't get.
You get
why
on your
it's-
horse with triangle, and I think to throw a punch or push somebody is circle, isn't it? On PlayStation.
Yeah, so it's literally
So
just
people are just being
or,
dumb.
or
Yeah,
Y,
just some
Y
idiot
and B
pushing the wrong
respectively
button.
on Xbox.
Because like
I see, I know what you're talking
love,
about.
like the one, my favorite video is just where the dude socks the horse and the horse turns around, kicks him, we're like, just fuck you, man.
Well, so
and then peace.
before, like when this game before it had released, and you got all your companies like pouring in these like reviews that are just praising it at every turn. I was actually reading Kotaku's review, which was the longest fucking review I've ever read in my life, but I read every single word of it, and he was talking about how I think he was in Valentine and he had his horse hitched up at the post office because he was paying off his bounty. He comes back out, he was getting something out of what he thought was his horse, but it was somebody else's horse, and the horse bucked him, kicked him on the ground.
Oh,
his
yeah,
hat
dude.
went flying. He got up and like he went into the bar and they were just commenting on, you look like shit. Like I don't know if that's mud or shit, you know. And then he
like
went back. He went back and his hat was still there, and he
Yeah.
picked it up and put it back
Yeah.
on.
And like a kind of a cool little thing to tell you, Derek, is there's a mission early on in the game where you don't really have a horse, and you can, like, it kind of prompts you to steal a horse, right? And I guess I did it, and then I just, like, smacked it and it ran away when I was done with it. But, like, somebody returned the horse.
Oh, wow.
And the guy was like, "Oh, I knew you were going to bring it back, thanks." So,
interesting.
And
it's
just
insane,
to touch on some of the, like, the funnier videos that have been going around, like, I watched, like, a 15-minute YouTube compilation of just, like, fuck-ups, and, like, I've never sat there in one spot and just watched a 15-minute YouTube video.
I think I watched the same one.
But there was this one that I just saw because it came up in my subscription feed, and it was he was in Saint Denis. Is that
Saint Denis?
Saint Denis.
It's spelled like Saint Denis
without the extra N in Dennis.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna call it Saint Denis. I don't give a fuck. But the patron saint of expensive looking towns.
Yeah.
He was walking around, and, like, I found this woman myself because I was going into the tailor shop and she was out there. But there's this woman who's, like, outside, and she just is like, "Let me vote, let me vote, let me vote, let me vote." Like, I'll say this all day.
There's a huge amount of missions that revolve around the
so
suffrage,
he walks up to her and he starts talking, and she's like, "What do you think about women's suffrage?" And he's like, "Oh, sure, let women vote. I don't care either way." And he's like, "Anybody that wants to vote's got to be out of their goddamn mind."
Yeah.
And she's like,
There's
"Oh,
something to that
sarcasm,
effect,
I see." And then after a while, in the video, just shoves her, fucking punches her in the face, and her hat goes flying. And the only thing that I could have asked for more was that he picked up her hat and put it on. But he didn't do that. But I was just... Me and my friend Neil were watching that because this game got my friend Neil, shout out to Neil Hansen, who is a PC gamer through and through. He went out and bought the PS4 Pro bundle just because of this game. And so, you got to get Last of Us, you got to get Spider-Man, you got to get God of War.
Like, this one is super, super short, but it's my favorite video so far to come out from Red Dead Redemption 2. It's the dude going down the road on his horse. He stops because there's an NPC that's like, "Oh, thank God!" Like, and she lost, what was it? Her horse.
Her horse died.
Yeah, she lost.
Her horse died.
Oh, that's right. And as she's about to ask him to help her out, this rogue fucking deer just comes screaming out of left field and just takes that poor bitch
off
out.
Screen, just
Dude, that's happened to me. Like,
that is so great.
It was when I went to go find the white Arabian horse, which is like the fastest, the best horse in the game.
Creme de claw.
And so I'm like crouched.
It really is like.
So I'm crouched. I'm looking for this horse because it ran away from me right at the beginning, and I'm like inching closer to it and inching closer to it, and I'm like crouched, and I'm like bomb squad. Fucking just inching.
About to hit that calm button.
Yeah.
Like Splinter Cell status.
Yeah, dude, like fucking any slower I'd be at a complete stop, right? And all of a sudden, dude, from my fucking six, this ram fucking headbutts me right in the ass, dude. And I just go flying forward, and it fucking scares the horse off. That shit was crazy.
I was up in that area trying to find the horse too, and I finally caught its tracks. Like, it took me a good hour and a half to finally find this fucking thing.
Jesus.
And it kept running away from me, and I kept going after it. But after I got it, my other fucking horse was following me around, and I'm like, get.
Yo, my horse is an accessory to murder, bro. Like,
my other horse is at the I got back to camp, and it was there.
Yeah.
But I was looking through either my scope or binoculars because I was like, the wind had kind of died down, so I had a clear view. And I look off in the distance, I'm like, the fuck is that? And I see this fucking giant moose in the lake, just paddling. And I'm like, what the hell?
For real, dude.
I swear, this game is alive.
So I fucking love my horse. Let me just tell you right now. I don't get you can go and do your Arabian bullshit. I don't fucking care. Me and old Wiener, we've done some shit. Okay? We've done some shit, dog. So there's this.
Wiener.
I tried to call him Old Wiener, but it would let me.
By the way, you can't name it like Schlong. I read an article on that.
So you know that you get to a point where you can do stagecoach robberies, right?
Right, yeah.
So there.
You take him to the guy and he buys him from you.
Fucking Wiener, dude. I did this on accident.
He talks to him like it's his kid, dude.
I love Wiener, dude.
Wiener. You crazy.
Oh, the horse. The horse. Oh.
So yeah, exactly. Yeah. But what happened is I did this on accident at first. So the first day, I do stagecoaches all the time. I think they're like one of the funnest side activities ever. So I jumped off right where it told me to it's like, oh, wait for the stagecoach, right?
Right.
So I just hopped off and I was like getting into a place where I could hide, but Wiener stayed there. My horse stayed there, like in his spot, and the guy stops the stagecoach and he's like trying to shoo him away, and that's when I fucking attacked. And so I was like, this is the perfect fucking strategy, dog. Wiener just sits there and it sidetracks him, and then I just come in with the shotgun and just.
I'm gonna have to try that.
Dude, it's awesome because you can tell your horse to stay in a spot.
Right, yeah.
And the pump shotgun in this game, godly.
Yeah. I will tell you though that if you do decide to go get that horse, the speed on that thing, dude, you fucking fly. And this is before you bond with it too.
Yeah.
This is right out the gate. Like I was running back into town and I was coming down the mountain. And you know how you can push X in tune with your gallop and it doesn't use stamina?
Yeah.
I was just fucking flying down this mountain.
I failed a mission because I went too far. Like, because they're like escape with the gang. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I
left the gang behind.
And I left the gang behind and failed the mission. Dude. That horse is that fast.
Shit,
dang.
Dude.
Old Rasputia the Third.
So,
Spoosh.
I do have some issues with the game.
Tell us your issues.
Obviously, it doesn't need to be said, but I'm going to say it. This game is a technical marvel.
Absolutely.
Like, I liken it to a very well-kept machine with, like, a million little gears that are just kind of all working in tandem. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
In this game. It's insane. And the people who made this game should be commended 100%. Like, your sacrifices made an amazing, amazing video game. Okay? And it's like, to all the people that were complaining about how, 100-hour work weeks, it's like, this game does not get made on a 9-to-5 schedule.
No, it does not.
And it sucks to say that, but anyways, Arthur controls sometimes like he is 100% been submerged in molasses.
Absolutely.
And it is aggravating as fuck at times.
Should be a mission.
Arthur's taking a bath in molasses.
Don't speak too soon.
Is it?
Like, the level of mission quality is amazing in this game. Like, you're never kind of... I mean, obviously, if you're real cynical, you can go down and boil it down to, like, oh, you go here, you shoot someone, you go back.
Another thing that I love that they had in, like, even in the GTA games, like 4 and 5, sometimes even in 3, but when you're going to do a mission with a companion, like, the conversations that they have, like, those draw me in. Like,
absolutely, yeah.
I'm just, like, I'm stuck to... It's almost like, not... really comparable, but it's almost, I dare say, on par as like dialogue in a Tarantino movie.
Absolutely.
Like you go for the dialogue.
Hell yeah.
When they put that
that
aspect in there, I'm just like, I got my headphones on.
Oh,
Can I tell you guys, I have more fun riding to a waypoint and throwing on the cinematic camera than I do fast traveling anywhere.
It's a god.
Earlier,
turning on that cinematic camera and just holding X
earlier
is one of them. It's nobody's talking about it either. It's so fucking convenient.
And sometimes you don't even have to hold X.
Yeah.
If you just triple press X.
Earlier tonight, I was finishing that mission before I came and picked you up, Eddie, and it was the one where I believe it's the one where you go with Lenny to get those guns, and you get the bolt-action rifle.
Uh-huh.
And I'm coming back, and I had the cinematic camera on, and right before we got to the camp, like, the cinematic camera, like, panned, like, across the fucking river.
Yeah.
Like, behind some trees, and I was, like, I could barely see them, like, riding into camp, and I was like, oh fuck.
It's insane how like, because in like other like Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead, like all these other games that, you know, incorporated the cinematic camera, I never used it because I'm like, I don't barely have any control over my car.
I used it like off and on in GTA 5, like just when I wanted to like get a feel of realism, because when the camera would pan, when it would pan back, it looked like a movie trailer.
Yeah.
You know.
I love how politically driven this game is too. Like,
oh yeah, from like the women's suffrage and like
racism.
The racism is
like that one conversation that Lenny and Arthur have.
Yeah,
when they're
about
going
racism.
to do the mission.
Yeah,
you wouldn't know.
Yeah, he's like,
know.
all due respect, Arthur, you wouldn't know. And
Yeah.
he was just like, well, I'm sorry you got to get roped into that. And like,
Yeah.
just like hearing those things is just like...
And what blows me away is that when you're like throughout the course of the game, I don't know if you ran into it with the Klansmen, but you don't hear the N-word very much.
Mm-mm.
And
Not at all.
the one time I heard it was when I was riding with Lenny, and he goes, some people might think you're an N-word lover. They see you riding with me.
Yeah.
And I was like, that kind of just hit me. I was
yeah,
like,
it jars, yeah.
you know, and...
Yeah, because they use everything else to like darky, or they
Yeah.
call him boy, or
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
And like, and when you're like, you don't even think about it, but when they have that conversation, like, it just adds to that like compassion factor. Like, they're all like brothers, like, so they don't have any problem with anybody else. It's just everybody that you run into has that problem.
This game has Rockstar's best writing.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
hands down. Like, there's so many moments where I love every single person in that camp except for Micah. Fuck Micah.
Yeah, Micah
Yeah.
can eat a dick.
Dude,
Micah's a piece
like
of shit.
He's got, what's his name? Little bratty kid from Game of Thrones.
Joffrey.
Joffrey. He's got, like, Joffrey vibes to me. Like, where you just hate
Coming
him.
from you, what's that guy's name from Game of Thrones? Like, coming from you?
Yeah. I know. It's been a while. I love this game's story. Holy hell. So Angela is pretty far ahead of me right now, you know, and she's like kind of watching my reaction. She's kind of like going through all the mission, like watching me do it, because she, you know, I'm working all the goddamn time. So she's kind of just been bogarting the PlayStation. And she's like watching my reaction to like hard hitting, and she's been texting me this entire time.
I've
telling
seen
me,
some of the
like,
texts.
She's like, I'm fucking bawling right now. So I'm like, oh fuck. You know what I mean? Like, this game is extremely compelling. Like, there's not a single moment in this game where I'm like, I'm bored.
Yeah.
It's like I've said it, I think I've said it before on previous casts, but if I haven't, like, I mean, Red Dead Redemption 2 hasn't really made me tear up or anything, but on that same subject, there has been so far 3 games in the entire time that I've been gaming that have made me like just lose my shit. And that was Last of Us in the beginning, Metal Gear Solid 3 when you have to kill boss, and Gears of War 3 when Dom.
Oh yeah, when Dom dies.
Like, those 3 games ever. But like Red Dead 2 is coming
Finish
close.
Undertale. Finish Undertale.
Yeah.
I genuinely want you to finish Undertale, because I bought like a baby ass bitch on that game, dude. Fuck, dude.
I'm a baby back bitch.
Baby
back bitch.
And I say it fucking proudly.
It came close though in
still
that
one of those?
mission. It came close in that mission with
Oh
Sean.
my god. And I want to talk about it so bad, because it's like, it's such a poignant moment. And then that mission afterwards, holy fuck, dude.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
It's like Hateful Eight shit. I'm like, this is fucking rad, dude. Like, let's fucking go. Oh, dude, it's
I'm excited to get there.
you'll know what we're talking about when you get there, for sure.
Well, I've been paying attention to all the names of the missions ever since you asked me about it.
And they're rad mission
Yeah.
names too.
Yeah, I haven't gotten there yet though, but
You're really close. I know you're really close.
Well, hell yeah.
I don't like Saint Denis.
I don't like Saint Denis either.
It's claustrophobic for a game that's like open world, but I feel like that's almost kind of what they were going for.
I kind
Because,
of like going there though, just because it's weird to see. It's cool to see all these like rundown towns. Then you get here, and it's just like, this is like the town of the town. There's like a fucking trolley car going
Yeah.
through. There's like,
I bought myself
like,
a fucking top hat, dude.
Yeah. Oh, I went clothes shopping. My
you wear it all
guy
the time?
now has
I
like
do.
this blue tailcoat with like pinstripe pants.
Oh, yeah.
His hair is like
yeah.
down to his shoulders, but it's pomaded back, and he's just got a mustache. And I'm just like, you're the fucking
Dude, I
you're
am
the sheriff, dude.
I am pounding back hair tonics so that my beard will grow. Every day before I go to sleep in the game, I pound those hair tonics. And I just found out that on the companion app, you can look at the catalog, and not only can you get hair tonic from there, but you can get up to 10 instead of getting the 3.
Right now.
Not only that, you can unlock all of the locks.
What I was pulling my phone out to do.
As I'm talking about it,
Yeah.
Nick and Cole are pulling their phones out to download it. But
And Derek is looking sad.
You can still download it.
I mean, I could.
and it's you can get up to 10 hair tonics instead of the 3 that they give you, and you can get all of the locked. You can buy all of the locked weapons. So like if like I
So
have,
wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense. So it like those so you're talking about like the crazy shotgun and all this shit, right?
yeah, like the shotgun Rapido, the
you can buy all of them.
yeah,
on
the
companion?
the Mauser pistol, all of them.
I can't download it till I get to Wi-Fi.
I got the same.
Like for an app, like that's not a game. That threw me back to see that.
Yeah, but you can get every single one of them. I bought every single one of them. The Caracano pistol, the Caracano pistol rifle.
I use 3 different guns, and that's it.
Ebony and Ivory.
Yeah, they count as one.
Oh,
Because I do the dual wield.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Oh, it's so cool just to like. What you trying to say, partner?
Nothing for me will top dual wielding the Schofield pistols, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and then the fact that
I do wield the
You
Schofield and
can-
the volcanic.
fucking clean your gun to improve its damage. Like if it starts degrading, you have to clean it, but you have to have the gun oil to clean it.
Yeah.
And I mean, you find that everywhere. But
The bolt action rifle,
I just got that from that mission.
dick, rock fucking hard.
Just went from 6 to midnight.
Exactly, dude. That gun's so cool because it's like, and like something that kind of threw me off when I was first playing the game is like, there's a like a millisecond of time where you have to pump the shotgun, you have to put another round in the gun, you have to use the lever, like in that coming from a game like even Red Dead Redemption, the first one, where it's like boom, boom. You know what I mean? Like there's a steady fire rate. Like you can keep there and like pounding that trigger, but it's like you're not gonna shoot any faster until you put that bullet in. You
In
know what I mean?
some guns you have to pull the trigger to cock it back, and then again to
exactly.
shoot it.
Yeah, so that's the thing is like that's what kind of was messing with me is I was like I kind of waited for it to just automatically do it, but yeah, you have to push the fire button again for it to reload.
Yeah.
Another
And
bullet in
the
there.
animations, because I paid attention to this when I started first playing, but the animations for gun reloading are like
Spot on, dude.
spot on. When he reloads the rifle and he like pulls the thing out of the butt of the gun, and like or when he's doing the pistol, he like pushes the
and it
button.
has that super satisfying like metal clank.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
oh, it's so good.
Or the
So
bolt
good.
action rifle, even you see him like pulling it over, pulling it back, and then letting
Yeah.
it drop. The rolling rock rifle, the
Right.
sniper.
Yeah.
I found a rare one.
So did I. Yeah, dude. Where at?
Where
Where the hell did we find it?
I found it looking for dudes in a cornfield.
Yeah, I didn't find it that way. I found it somewhere else. Yeah, that gun is rad, dude.
That gun.
I was gonna
ridiculous.
say it's like almost what's that word? It's reminiscent of when Battlefield 1 came out, and me and Cole, we were talking about the reloading, how it would reload the exact amount of bullets that you fired.
Yeah.
Like, because normally you just do the clip, but this one you shoot 3 bullets, and he'll put 3 bullets in the chamber.
Something I kind of miss is that in the original Red Dead Redemption, you could press circle faster, and he would do it faster.
Yeah.
I find myself doing that all the time, but he's not reloading faster.
No.
I'm like,
Dang.
God.
That would be nice to have kept.
Yeah, I think so too.
Gunplay in this game is really good. I wouldn't
So
say
much fun.
I wouldn't say it's not the best, but it is really fun.
Yeah, because I
Like,
mean that. Not only is that like reloading or that cocking back cool to see, but it's also like your biggest detriment too.
Oh yeah.
And I love the fact that like if you get into an argument with somebody and it's about to go down, you can either in one motion pull out your gun and shoot him, or you can pull it out and aim it at them.
Yeah.
Like I've done stuff where like the prospector that I found that I still feel bad about like robbing and killing, but like he finds a gold nugget. I'm just watching him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't reach into his tray and grab anything. So he's like, I got gold. And he does like the prospector dance. And then I'm like, I'm going to need you to hand that over. And he's like, well, what are you talking about? And like he went for his gun and I shoved him and he like kicked back into a rock. And then I just blew his head off.
Yeah.
Like it was in one motion too. It wasn't like I aimed it at him and then shot it.
Dude, it was so funny. So on my last visit to Valentine, because I get haircuts, I want to grow my beard out, but I don't want to grow my hair out. I walk into the saloon to eat because apparently I'm underweight.
What?
Yeah.
If you look in your stats, you can see where it says that too.
Yeah. So I go in there to eat, and this dude like shoulder checks me, and he's like, "What do you want to do, man? Do you want to do it? Let's go outside then." And we go outside. And
Bobcat Goldthwait of the Old West.
Yeah.
Come on! Hey! Let's go outside!
And so he's getting ready, right? And I'm getting ready, and it goes, doom, right? It does that that flash right when you're about to start, and the dude just falls over. Just drunk, he just falls over, and I'm just like, oh, okay, I don't get to kill anybody.
I'm waiting for my favorite insult in the original game to come up. It's like, hey, you chicken-headed guy.
Where'd you two meet? The freak show?
I love that. So
Arthur Morgan is such a cool character.
I agree. I was kind of like, oh man, I got so invested in John Marston in the first one. Now I gotta get invested in this guy.
His character in this game's a little bitch.
Yeah. He's going through some shit.
He's got some problems up there.
Yeah.
His dynamic with John is really, really good.
It really makes you feel for the Vanderlyn gang. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah.
Like thinking about like in Red Dead Redemption, you're like, I'm gonna kill all these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna
Javier, dude.
Yeah,
he's my favorite fucking person in the camp, and I'm like doing Vietnam flashbacks of that meeting when you have to kill him. I'm like, fuck, man, this.
I can't
feel bad for doing it now.
I feel bad about killing Bill though.
Fuck Bill.
I can't. Well, I can't wait to see, because like when you start the first Red Dead Redemption, like they're mortal enemies, and I cannot wait to see the lead up.
Yeah.
To see how like they just said "fuck you, John Marston," and he said "fuck you too." You know, I can't wait to see how that plays out.
I mean, like you said, John's a little bitch in this game. Like it goes into like how he like ran away.
Yeah,
he ran away from the gang, and that's why Arthur's got such a.
And in the
bone to
first
pick with
one,
him.
like, isn't like Bill's like the leader in when you start Red Dead, the first one, isn't he? Like,
he's kind of like the leader of his own little militia group.
Yeah, because they're holding down the fort.
Yeah,
and you go up to talk to him, and he's just like, yeah, fuck you, you know. But yeah, I can't wait to see how that like converges together.
I find myself liking John more because of this game, which is crazy. And like I do feel bad because obviously something really bad happened to this gang. That's why everything went so south.
Yeah.
You know, so but I really want to know, and you know, like I'm starting to see like maybe little things that might happen in end game. Like, you know, the whole stuff with Mary and all that. Like maybe Arthur has a happy ending. But the thing is that the original game did not have a happy ending at all, and I feel like they're going down that route.
Epic, like justified ending. Like the ending was good for the first Red Dead.
The ending to Red Dead Redemption is one of the most phenomenal endings in a video game.
Yes.
Absolutely,
yeah. Because it gives you a fighting chance. Like, you know, oh yeah, if you can deadeye all these guys, then like you'll make it out of here. But the door opens and they're just from wall to wall, just like guns pointed at you.
More than
like,
6.
How many?
6 bullets.
How many of these guys can I shoot? You know?
Yeah.
I really like the existential feeling, like the existential problem that they have.
Arthur knows that this way of life is dying.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
This world, you know, like at this time in American history, like we're trying to push, you know, like progression is happening for better or for worse, whether you like it or not. And Arthur knows this. Arthur knows that everything that he's doing is not. And like, if you put an existential character in your game, like, I'm gonna love it because like I hate that I am, but I am an existentialism or existentialist. However you say that.
Arthur's woke.
Well, I mean, like the thing is like once you realize that what you do kind of really doesn't matter at all in the grand scheme of things, so you might as well do what you want. Like that's kind of how I look at Arthur. Like Arthur and like Dutch is one of the like best written video game characters ever.
Yes.
Like Dutch has this like unhinged nature about him where he's just like he wants things to be good so bad and he's just waiting for that one last, score where they talk about going to Tahiti, they talk about going to Australia. Like that's their end goal is like they're just trying to get out. They're trying to go somewhere so they can live peacefully and get away from all this shit. Cuz like that incident in the first of the game, you don't see it, so it's not really a spoiler, but like there's a score that goes horribly wrong in Blackwater in the beginning of the game. So you can't go to Blackwater. Joey was telling me about this.
If you look once you start playing the game and you get farther enough to you do a mission where you have to get somebody out of Blackwater.
Yeah.
And once you look down on your map,
yeah,
when you look down on your map, like when you're wanted, it'll say what your bounty is and your amount. If you look down on your map in Blackwater, it's wanted dead or alive.
Oh shit.
What's crazy is that it's the entire town of the first game in this game. I remember doing that mission, I was on the phone with Joey, I was like, holy fuck, it's Blackwater.
Yeah.
They rendered Blackwater in this new game. And the thing is Joey was like, yeah, I'm going to try going into it. He's like, I got rid of all my bounty, like I'm totally clean. He walked into Blackwater, they immediately recognized him, like it was like an instant 5-star wanted, like, and they just gunned him down.
We talked about it a while. I don't know if we talked about it on the last one or maybe it was just like me and you talking, Cole, but how eventually, and I can't wait for this part, but eventually you're going to get down to the first Red Dead like area.
Well, I saw a picture of a guy standing in the fort, the original fort.
Fort Mercer?
Fort Mercer.
Oh, wow. Dude.
And you know what was cool is if I get down there, this is what I'm going to do, because in Red Dead Redemption, there's a little Easter egg where you help somebody out, and it's at the cabin that you escaped from in Red Dead Revolver. Like, that comes back.
Really?
Yeah, like that cabin up on the hill.
Yeah.
You help a stranger out there, I think. You help a stranger out there, and it had a name, but it's the cabin that, like, what was his name? Nathan in Red Dead Revolver. Like, he escapes.
What's funny is I didn't play Red Dead Revolver.
I didn't play Revolver.
So he escapes, like this gang shows up, and, like, he gets out, and, like, he has to escape his house. And if you go there in Red Dead Redemption, it's that cabin from the first game. Mm-hmm. And so, like, if I ever get down in that area, I'm going to be like, oh, let's go see if they, like, put it in this game, too.
I would think they would.
Do you hear that?
Like a humming?
Is that just... Okay.
Probably just the fridge, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't expect to be engulfed in this world as much as I am. Like, I'll find myself going off and doing cowboy shit for 2-3 hours.
Dude, I am so, like, stuck trying to do the story. Like, I just want to do the story, and then I want to explore on my own. Because I hate that I can't explore everything right now. You know what I mean? So, I just want to get the story done, get as much of the map cleared off as I can. And trust me, I'm, like, trying to be a horse with a blinder.
It's really hard.
Yeah, it's
so hard not to do
I'm avoiding the internet like a fucking plague. Like, because I do not want to get this game spoiled for me at all.
And if you're not where we're at in the game, sorry.
Fuck you.
Well, I feel like we did a good job of... Because the thing is about this game is you just need to go in and experience it. Like,
yeah, I don't think
the stuff that we talked about wasn't, like, crucial.
We didn't even talk about, like, hardly any of the story.
Yeah,
like, all we did was just touch upon how...
We didn't even talk about when...
how great it is when it's written, like how it's written.
Absolutely.
Like, that's really all it is. I do want to preface that we will have more to say, because I want this to be a game where we sit down. You have an opinion. You have an opinion. You have an opinion.
So
all four of us have seen the ending.
What it's going to be like is, last time was our first impression. This is like
midway.
We've got, part of it done, and then the next time will be we've at least played the story, because by then I think multiplayer will be out, and we can touch on that too.
I don't think we should touch on this game again until we all four of us have played it and beaten it to completion.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. So thank you so much. That was our review so far of Red Dead Redemption 2. We'd like to apologize to our guest, Arthur Morgan. You obviously don't exist, so we can't have you on the show.
Don't tell him that.
As always, you can follow us on social media.
On Facebook at The Nerd Corporation, a podcast.
On Twitter and Instagram at NerdCorp Podcast.
Or you can email us at nerdcourtpodcast@gmail.com.
And if you're looking to ride with us from Valentine to Saint Denis, subscribe to our Patreon at patreon.com/nerdcore podcast. Several tiers of loot to have access to, from t-shirts and stickers to ringtones and giveaways. So for the Nerd Corporation, my name is Eddie Lyon.
I'm Cole Simper.
Derek Reese.
And I'm Nick Lewis.
And Pie Hero's out there in the back.
Pie Hero! Pie Hero!
Peace out, everybody. Holy shit. That was a lot.
That
More
was
than
a lot.
I thought we were going to do.
Almost